in the lush green heart of southwestern Nigeria, where the Oshun River curves like a golden bracelet through ancient forests. There lived a goddess whose beauty made even the sun pause in admiration. Her name was Oshun, or simply Osun to those who whispered her praise at dawn. Her skin shimmered the deep, warm brown of ripe cocoa pods kissed by honey. Her eyes held the soft glow of river water, catching late afternoon light, and her long hair flowed in dark cascades interwoven with cowrie shells and threads of pure gold. Wherever she stepped, tiny white flowers bloomed along the banks, and the air filled with the scent of oranges and wild jasmine. Osun was not merely beautiful. Beauty was her language. She spoke in the gentle rush of sweet water over stones, in the laughter of children playing at the river's edge, in the quiet prayers of women hoping for love or new life. Yet she carried a quiet ferocity too, like the river after sudden rain, capable of swelling into something vast and unstoppable. One dry season, the land suffered. Crops withered in the fields around Osogbo. Wells turned to dust. The people gathered at the sacred grove, drumming and singing, but their voices sounded thin against the cracked earth. Osun heard them. She rose from the deepest pool of her river, water streaming from her arms like liquid silk. Instead of appearing in full divine splendor, she chose the form of a young woman traveler, dressed in simple yellow cloth. A calabash of honey balanced on her hip. She walked among the villagers unnoticed at first, listening to their complaints, tasting their despair. An old farmer named Ade sat alone by the shrinking stream, staring at his failed yams. If only the waters would return. He murmured, "I would give anything." Osun knelt beside him. "What would you give, Baba?" The man looked up, startled by her luminous face. He laughed bitterly, "My pride. Perhaps I boasted my fields were the best. Now they mock me." She smiled, small and knowing. "Pride is heavy, lay it down, and see what flows in its place." That night, under a crescent moon, Osun returned to her river. She dipped her golden comb into the current and began to sing, a melody so sweet it felt like honey sliding down the throat. The water listened, it stirred, it remembered its own power. Slowly at first, then with growing strength, the Oshun River rose. Clear, cool water curled around dying roots, filled empty wells, washed dust from parched leaves. By morning, the fields glistened again. Yams pushed green shoots toward the sky. The people ran to the riverbank in wonder. They saw no goddess in blazing glory, only a yellow-clad woman standing ankle-deep in the current, smiling as though she had simply washed clothes. Ade approached her, eyes wide. You are the one who spoke to me." Osun placed a finger to her lips. "Tell them the river forgave your pride. Tell them to remember sweetness is stronger than force. And once a year, bring me honey, pumpkins and laughter, that is payment enough." She stepped backward into deeper water. Her form began to dissolve into light and liquid, hair becoming ripples, skin becoming reflected gold. Just before she vanished completely, she looked at the gathered crowd and whispered, "Love yourselves the way I love you, without apology, without end." To this day, during the Osun-Osogbo festival, the river sparkles a little brighter, the drums beat sweeter, and women in yellow cloth dance along the banks. They say if you listen carefully at twilight, you can still hear her laughter in the water, gentle, generous, and impossibly beautiful.